Hello, boys and girls. I would love for you to go quickly grab your writing journal. You are going to grab that and open it up to the next page that is blank with no words on it. Open up to a page that is completely blank. And up at the top, we are going to write these words here. It says, our tricky words. Our tricky words. So up at the top, as your title, up here, where there's that extra space, you can say our tricky words. All right, today we are going to write down 4 tricky words that we are going to hear in our next fairy tale called The Beauty and the Beast. I love this fairy tale. You've probably read the story or seen the movie at some point in your life. If you haven't, that's okay. You'll get to hear it for the first time. All right, let's get started on some of our tricky words. These 4 words are going to be throughout our Beauty and the Beast story, okay? So our first word is astonished. 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 Go ahead and write that word now. All right, as I go through this, I'm just going to keep writing and keep talking to you throughout. But if you are still working on certain words, just pause, finish what you're doing, and then start the video up again. Okay, I'm gonna go at a faster pace, but always just pause the video whenever you need to have a little bit of extra time to finish those definitions and those words, okay? Because these are tricky words and it might take us a little bit longer to get the hang of it and to get them written down on our paper, okay? So astonished means showing great surprise or amazement. Let's write that down. That's our definition of astonished. Showing great surprise or amazement. Showing great surprise or amazement. So this could be when you're on a sports team and you win a big game that you weren't expecting to win. You could be astonished that you won your big game. Okay. Next word is fearsome. Can you say fearsome? Fearsome. And this word fearsome, what's the smaller part that we're probably very familiar with? Fear. Fearsome. So do you think it has something to do with being scared or fearful? That would be a great guess. It absolutely means that. It means causing fear or very frightening. Causing fear . Very frightening. All right, go ahead and write that definition. Causing fear or very frightening. That is fearsome. Something that is fearsome would be a tiger in the jungle. Other animals are fearsome of tigers. All right, next word, fortune. Fortune. What do we think fortune means? I'll tell you. Fortune means great wealth or riches. Great wealth or riches. An example of some great wealth or riches that is defined as a fortune would be, let's see, a castle with jewels and rubies and diamonds. That could be a fortune for a king. Money could also be a fortune. Things like that, where you feel like you have an abundance, you have a lot of a specific thing, okay? Last but not least is merchant. That's our last tricky word, merchant. Merchant. You know what a merchant is? This is someone who buys and sells goods. Let's write that down together. Someone who buys and sells goods. Someone who buys and sells goods. A merchant could even have their own market or their own store where they have their own goods to sell at, okay? So throughout our story of Beauty and the Beast, these 4 tricky words are going to pop up. I want you to have a listening ear once you get to class today. I want you to have a listening ear for these 4 tricky words, and I'm going to give you a sign to do once you get to class, so you'll have to find that out in class on Zoom. I'm going to give you a sign that you're going to do once you hear these words in our story, okay? So make sure you're writing down all of these words in your writing journal, and I will see you in class. I cannot wait to see you have fun writing those tricky words.